Welcome to Dr. Jester Talks, and I'm gonna talk about this. Bounding to Comics petition launched to keep the Netflix live-action Cowboy Bebop cancelled. Anyway, this petition comes from a fellow YouTuber, Nina Infinity. She is actually awesome. Go check her content out. I'm gonna put her link down below in the description, so go check her out. She's also responsible for the Feel Good News, the Good News Friday, which I like to call. Because it's great. It's especially after you had a very busy and absolutely annoying week, and you go there and watch the content, and it calms you. It's just good news. It's awesome. Go check it out. It's every time on Friday. Anyway, I'm also gonna go and leave the petition link down below. Anyway, she is an absolute awesome person, and it's sad to see the amount of hate she's receiving. It's disheartening to say the least. But then again, this is from the control left, the people who are actually unable to accept different opinions. Yeah, it reminds me of a certain demographic from the 1940s, 1930s, and that sometimes you find online. Yeah, either way, let's talk about this. Anyway, petition law to keep the Netflix live-action Cowboy Bebop cancelled. A petition has been created to keep the recently cancelled Netflix live-action version of Cowboy Bebop cancelled. Cowboy Bebop was cancelled less than a month. Yeah, in fact, I think it was only around 3 weeks. I watched the Yellow Flash video and he said 3 weeks. I think he's about to correct, because I wasn't even keeping track. I just saw it that it was released. I laughed, had my fair share of content, milking it out, because, hey, I'm a cheap fucking bastard, a slimy little bastard who will definitely milk the shit out of this stuff. So, on that regard, I decided to do the next best thing. Bring more attention to this petition so you can actually go and sign. It's important. Let's keep this garbage cancelled, and quite frankly and personally, I hope it follows suit in every single other live action shit that Netflix decides to do. Or Hollywood itself. Be either from anime, or games, or books, or comic books, or anything else. Right, Cowboy Bebop was cancelled less than a month after the show premiered on Netflix in the middle of November. The show cancellation was first reported by The Hollywood Reporter, who claimed insiders informed them the decision was made by balancing the show's viewership and cost. It's a shitty show. According to the Netflix Top 10 website, the show had 21.6 million hours viewed in the first week. It debuted on the platform in the second week, that number would jump to 36.9. However, by week 3, it plummeted to 15.2 hours viewed. And by the week 4, it wasn't even on the top 10 list anymore, with its hours viewed dropping below 11.1 million, which was the hours viewed in the Selling Sunset Season 4, the 10th most viewed show on the... Okay, I'm really not caring. Anyway, which is really good news all around. That's the only thing that matters. Because the show looked really cheap, kind of like... It reminded me of those or really low, very low budget B movies. I mean, there's the B movies, and then really at the bottom in B movies in type of effects. And the acting of most fucking actors in there were cringe, at least on the bits that I saw in trailers or whatever clips there were. The only one that was good in there was actually John Cho. He was really a great actor despite his age, which Spike Spiegel was supposed to be a 20-year-old or something, but he is not. He's 50 something. Either way, still, despite his age, he was good at doing stunts. Amazing stuff, right? Anyway, what was I? Oh, right. In reaction to the cancellation, petition was launched to save the show by Ryan Profer on Dad Don't Care. Profer's petition simply stated, for those people who want a second or more of the live-action Cowboy Bebop, it wasn't a direct copy of the anime, but the world they put together was amazing. Deserve a second season. No, I disagree. It was crap. Really crap. I mean, look at this. Look at this shit. Look. This is Faye Valentine for the live action. This is the anime version, and this is the cosplay. It's amazing that even the cosplay managed to get it better and more correct than it did with the live action with an actual very large budget. It's sad, isn't it, that things like this tend to happen a lot. Anyway, we all heard how Faye Valentine, you know, the actress who played it, right here, decided to go and have a temper tantrum saying that the outfit like this was too skimpy and she couldn't do her stunts. Well, this is interesting because it reminds me of the Olympics. Yeah, in the Olympics you have even skimpier outfits, even skimpier than all of that. And the amount of movement those Olympic athletes do is amazing. Anyway, let me just check how much it is. How many? They just got nearly 20,000 more since the moment they announced of this one. They changed .org with 48,671. It's now 69,000, nearly 70, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, however, another petition was created, mostly for trolling, but either way, it was awesome. Anyway, shows remains cancelled. This petition was created by YouTuber Nina Infinity. Remember, check her content out, she is awesome! She announced the creation of the petition on Twitter, writing, "I have created a petition to keep the live-action adaptation of Cowboy Bebop cancelled. Please sign and share far and wide. Thank you." And, just so you know, I actually signed it. Yeah, only a few hours after it was created. Anyway, the petition, which is also on change.org, states the anime Cowboy Bebop is a masterpiece. The Netflix live action. Jesus Christ, where's my English today? Action adaptation is an empty shell that doesn't capture anything from the anime that reflects the soul, heart, human noir, or a substance of it in any shape or form. It butchers the story and the character, namely Spike and Faye, whose character was completely butchered. Yeah, I'm even going to go as far as saying the Jet Black's arm was completely butchered, and the entire backstory of Jet Black was also completely and utterly destroyed because they married him, then had him divorced and abandoned a kid. Complete lack of self-awareness from the people who wrote this show. Anyway, the story was a jumbled mess. Continuing, the story was a jumbled mess with horrible writing. It truly defies logic when you think, how on earth can anyone mess something up this bad and when they have a literal blueprint in front of them? Well, I'll tell you why. Let's see what it says. In the 2019 interview, the creator of the anime Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my English? Cowboy Bebop's Shinichiro Watanabe, regarding the live-action adaptation, said, "I read the initial concept and provided my opinion, but I'm not sure if they will be reflected in the final product. Apparently not even post-it notes." And later following up on the director's seem lack of confidence in the Netflix adaptation, Takahashi next inquired, as the original creator, how would you feel if what you saw in the original scenario pitch and what was broadcasted differed? Watanabe replied, "That would leave a sour taste in my mouth." Yep, it would in me too. Even for somebody who's now only catching up on the damn thing, because after all, I only watched it as a kid, a few episodes peppered here and there, and I loved it back then. And then I completely forgot about it, and now I'm rewatching it. Anyway, however, continuing, quote, "However, for example, Watanabe also reasoned When transitioning a manga to anime, if the original author speaks out on various points, it makes it work for the anime staff, and it won't necessarily make it a good product. Concluding his thoughts on the adaptation, Watanabe said, "That's why I have no choice but to pray and hope it will turn out good." I think you should have prayed harder. Anyway, that's why I have no choice but to pray. I hope they... Oh, right, I've read that. Also, for Cowboy Bebop, I don't have any right to stop it. Those rights are in the hands of Sunrise, so if you have a complaint, please send it to them. The Petition then declared, "Well, as it happens, his prayers were not answered." No, it were not. Because the Netflix live-action adaptation is an abomination. Yeah, I think that's putting it lightly, Nina. Putting it lightly. I also think that the studio had Shinichiro Watanabe at their disposal and just took notes. At this point, I don't think they even took notes. And decided, hey, you know what? Why don't we just not do anything, he said, and do our own thing? Because I bet you, if the creator had anything to do with this, this would not have been the final product. Yeah, I have to agree with that. Anyway, please let this putrid adaptation remain a distant memory of a thing that we never talk about. I agree. Oh no, the only reason we should talk about this is to mock it, or make fun of it, or really laugh about it, like when we laugh about Ghostbusters 2016, like like that. That's the only way we should talk about it. Where was I? Oh, right. Oh, right. Adaptation, distant memory, thing we'd never talk about, and just go and enjoy the anime version. And it concludes, quote, "Lastly, I understand that there are a minority of people that want you to come back, but I felt my soul die when I watched it, and I think there are many who agree with me, so I'm asking for you to sign my petition to keep it cancelled. Thank you." I agree. I agree with her completely, wholeheartedly. Totally. So, go on and sign the petition. Go on and sign it. It's important that we keep this goddamn nonsensical bullshit cancelled. Let's see how many people have signed. Oh, right, 7,170 people have... 172 have signed. That's awesome! But mostly because this one is just a grassroots stuff that hasn't been shared by far and wide and things like that. But I'm pretty sure that all numbers here pretty much reflects what most people think, because after all, we saw the numbers, what happened with Netflix on the show. It got cancelled within 3 or so weeks. People are not interested in this garbage. Anyway, on that fucking hell, have a great fucking night.